In our financial lives, there are these key moments, these milestones that create really dramatic shifts. And the first real game changer, it's not $1 million or even 100,000. It's $10,000. Today, we're going to break down exactly why that specific number is so incredibly powerful. So, does this sound familiar? It's the middle of the night, you're just staring up at the ceiling, and you cannot shut your brain off. Yeah, your mind is just racing, right? Cycling through that horrible loop of what ifs. What if the car dies for good? What if I suddenly lose my job? What if the pet has a medical emergency? It's this awful feeling of being totally exposed, like you're walking a tightrope with no safety net. Well, let's talk about this feeling, this 3 a.m. anxiety. And look, this isn't you just being overly dramatic. It's a real biological response to feeling financially unstable. But the good news? There is an actual cure for it. And that cure, for most people, really boils down to this specific number, $10,000. That's the amount that can finally silence most of those midnight panic sessions and fundamentally change the way you move through the world. Okay, so to really get why that number is so powerful, we have to look at the flip side. What does life look like without it? This is what a lot of people are living in every day. It's called survival mode. You know exactly what this feels like, right? You're at the grocery store and you're doing mental math on every single item you put in the cart. It's agonizing over whether you can spring for the name brand cereal. It's making up excuses to skip a simple $25 dinner with friends because you know it'll throw your entire week out of whack. It's just this constant low-level hum of stress in the background of your life. So what's really going on here? It means you're constantly playing defense with your money. You're not making proactive choices, you're just reacting. Your entire financial life is about dodging bullets, not building a future. You're always on the back foot. But then, you hit that $10,000 milestone. And let me tell you, something truly incredible happens. It's not just a change in your bank account, it's a fundamental shift right inside your brain. And I'm not just being metaphorical here. This is a real biological change. Neuroscientists have actually found that having that financial security literally lowers your cortisol levels. That's your body's main stress hormone. So you don't just feel less stressed. On a chemical level, you are less stressed. Okay, here's the best way to think about it. We'll call it the check engine light test. Imagine your car's check engine light flicks on. Without savings, that light is a full-blown panic attack, right? It feels like a countdown to disaster. But with 10 grand in the bank, that same light is just an inconvenience. It's not a catastrophe. It's just a problem that needs to be solved. And that switch right there, going from panic to problem solving, that frees up a massive amount of your mental energy. It lets you stop playing defense and, for the first time, maybe ever, start playing offense with your life. This brings us to a really cool idea called the emergency fund effect. And here's the wild part. The biggest benefit of the money isn't even spending it. It's the quiet confidence, the peace of mind you get from just knowing it's there if you need it. That feeling is often way more valuable than the cash itself. And you know what else it does? It cures something called decision fatigue. Think about it. All those little tiny stressful calculations you have to make all day, they just drain your brain. With that $10,000 cushion, poof, they just disappear. And now, all that energy you are wasting on survival, you get to redirect it. You can actually invest it in opportunities. All of a sudden, a $50 networking event isn't a budget-breaking expense. It's a smart investment that could land you a way better job. See, the safety net doesn't make you reckless, it makes you strategic. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. $10,000? That sounds impossible. But here's the thing to remember. The goal isn't just about the money. It's about the person you become in the process. That's the real prize. And look, this journey, it happens in stages. That first $1,000, it's brutal. It's going to take every ounce of willpower you have. But then the second 1,000 feels a little easier. And by the time you're cruising towards 5,000 or 6,000, it's not a struggle anymore. It's just a habit. It's second nature. You've literally changed your identity. And just so we're clear, this number, $10,000, it isn't just pulled out of thin air. It's an incredibly practical number. Mathematically, it covers most of the things life throws at you. A major car repair, a surprise medical bill. And here's the big one. It gives you 3 to 6 months of breathing room if you lose your job. That is huge. That's the difference between taking any job and taking the right job. And you might be surprised at how achievable this actually is. The average person spends around $3,000 a year on non-essentials, eating out, daily coffees, that kind of thing. If you just redirect a third of that, we're talking about maybe $83 a month, you'd hit $10,000 in a few years. It's not about making these huge, painful sacrifices. It's all about consistency. So when it comes right down to it, the $10,000, it's just a tool. It's a fantastic tool that buys you peace of mind and unlocks opportunity. But the real prize, the thing that truly changes everything, is the person you had to become to get it. Someone who's disciplined, who's forward-thinking, and who's in control of their life. And that transformation, that is priceless.